Hey guys, okay, this is on Chilver Street after or before the helicopter experience with the Men in Black and MIV and all that. So this video woke me up to the inner light, and I'm going to tell you how it happened and why the inner light is numero uno in everything. And in your meditations, you go to your inner light and you talk to it, the spark, the innocence, okay? You go to it and talk to it. And this is what the aliens, ETs, did to me to wake me up to that fact. Because I was just a fucking normal guy, totally wrapped up in my ego. Okay? Not totally, but in my daily waking life, it was all ego. I didn't know what the fuck. Okay? I didn't know what. I was just following along like everybody else. You're born, TV, all that good stuff. Stuck in a box. And I was in a box. But I had a million experiences, but the thing was, I remembered them all. I didn't brush them off. All my little experiences, all my big experiences, I didn't brush them off. I knew they happened. I didn't know what it meant. And this is where the ETs came in and cracked that box. Because every time they came right up to my face, spiritually. They came up to my face. I'm seeing them through my spirit, bypassing the box. They basically, and then I had to deal with it, right? I had to deal with it. I had to deal with everything, deal with all this shit. So this is just another little piece of the puzzle in my quest to wake up. Okay, so it's a random night on Chilver Street, whatever's going on, I don't know. And in my life, I'm working at the coffee shop still. I come home, I lay down, and it's been months and months and months. It's been about almost a year at this point since the helicopter incident. I'm totally over it. I'm back to normal routine. Nothing to do. I'm back to normal. Nothing good, nothing cool's in my life. Nothing happening. Nothing, bullshit. So I go to bed. Then I start feeling these pinpricks all over me. And if you want to know, I'm going to go through this fast. If you want to know what happens to me in great detail, it's always the same. It deviates a little bit, but it's always the same. Go right back to the beginning of this playlist and watch what happens in this hour-long bullshit that comes my way when the aliens come for a face-to-face. There's a whole bunch of side effects that happen, and if you want to know the details, turn to the playlist at the beginning. So I'm getting these little pinpricks. There's a ringing in my head. Sounds like a field of crickets, and it's getting louder and louder. And it's like midnight or 1 o'clock. Okay, I'm awake now. I can't sleep, and I get heat waves coming up my body, and there's colors swirling around my eyes, and my heart starts pounding. Then everything enhances. The heat waves coming up my body are faster. There's more ringing in my head, on and on. Then it happens again over time, and at this point I think, I poisoned myself, right? So I think I poisoned myself. I'm gonna die or whatever. I still ain't caught in because I ain't there yet. That the ETs are coming. These are all the symptoms of ETs, and I don't catch on until later, a lot later. It's incredible. This is in the 90s, and I've had 100 of these contacts already. So everything enhances again. Now I'm flying over the landscape like a jet fighter in my mind. And at some point along the line, my attention goes from inside myself and everything that's going to happen. I'm fucking crying, thinking I'm dying. And the whole feeling in my heart is just Die. Just die. I quit. I die. Fuck it. I'm tired of this shit. And as soon as I do that, as soon as I think that, my attention goes, my spirit, my attention, my brain, my attention. And there's the ET coming through the roof. And I'm like, oh no, you again. So I lock down, I tighten up, and he's coming right in, and we have this face off of, you know, I'm yelling and screaming, and for I don't know how long, but he's right in my face, and I'm like, God damn, you're ugly, dude. And and it's ice cold. This guy's always ice cold. It's like no emotion. I gotta do a job and I'm doing it, and I don't care how it affects you, sort of thing. That's the feeling. And then I'm pushing him away, telling him to get out of here. Like, I'm really going insane at this point. I'm just trying to keep it fast and normal so you can understand it. And I'm pushing him, and he's pushing me, and I'm pushing him. And it's a little game of push. I'm like, you'll never get me, and he wants in me, right? I don't know why. And then all of a sudden, he gets tired of the game, and whoop, he comes right in my brain. I pass out. I don't know what happens. So, I don't know how long I was out, but I was out. Well, 5-10 minutes maybe. And this time I didn't wake up into a heart attack. Okay. It was really weird. This time I didn't wake up into a heart attack. I woke up different. I woke up in the middle of whatever he was doing. And I woke up and I couldn't see him. I woke up and I couldn't see him. I'm like, my eyes are awake, I'm awake. And all I don't know, it was weird. I could feel them all over me. And then I realized I could hear voices talking. I noticed like a tube of energy going through my mouth, down my throat, and through my third eye. A tube of energy going in my head and down my throat, in my mouth, down my throat, in my throat chakra, down my throat. And there was like 3 tubes going in my head. Okay, I call them tubes, but it was just energy. I couldn't figure it out. And I could hear talking, like, 2 people talking inside me. And so I looked, I followed the tubes. The spirit, I followed the tubes, and I went, like, you know when you get up in the middle of the night and you go to the bathroom and you're pissing? And you're pissing and you're pissing and you're pissing, and finally you get relief and you go back to bed. And as soon as you get into bed, I gotta go to the bathroom again. You get up and you go have another piss. And you do that 3 or 4 times until you finally wake up, and then you gotta go. That's what it was like. You're astral traveling, okay? You astral travel to the toilet to go have a piss. Right? This is what I'm doing. I'm seeing the tubes. So I follow the tubes down my throat to the voice, and I follow it. The 3 tubes turn into 1 tube and go right down on my throat. And I follow it down, and I'm looking down, and there's a tube, and it's connected to my inner light. I can see my inner light. It's like a light bulb. It looks like a light bulb, but it's not. It's like dense, but glowing. I was perception anyway. And the tube was connected to it. And here's the spark in my heart. And the tube came down and sort of like that. And it was talking to the ET, which was a tube. And I could see the ET as this like a color. He didn't have no form. It was just like a color of beige. Because that's the color of skin, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, they're talking back and forth, and I'm looking at it, and my heart's not pounding. Okay, it freaked me out. And I'm like, I'm looking, listening to him talk. but I ain't saying nothing. I'm like, wow, that's important, isn't it? I thought, I gotta remember this. This is important. So I'm listening to them talk. I don't hear what they're saying. They're like, and all of a sudden, I was looking down into my inner light, and I said, "Hey, you guys, what you doing down there?" And then the conversation, they stopped, and they both looked up at me. And then my inner light says, "Do you think you'll get it this time?" And then they started talking again. I go, "Do you think you'll get it this time?" And I'm like, "What? What does that mean? What does that mean?" And all of a sudden, I see my heart, and it's just sitting there. It ain't pumping, right? It's not moving. My heart is just dead. I'm like, oh no, I'm dead. And also, like, I see, the veins in your heart, the veins on the outside of your heart. All of a sudden, they filled up, like, around it. And the heart went like that. It filled up the veins, and the heart fucking expanded. And then it went. And I went. And I woke up, and the ET was in my face. And my fucking heart. Oh my god. My fucking heart was pounding. Holy. I don't think I would have survived it at 50. But I was like 18, 19. I could feel my ribs was hurting. I was crying because it hurt so bad, like in my chest. And I'm just crying out, and he starts backing away like that. And I'm like, and my heart wouldn't stop. It's going off my ribs, and I could hear the clicking sound. It was kind of scary, right? So he was in the ship. I didn't OBE to him this time. I didn't go back and forth. I stayed in my body, and it wouldn't go away. It wouldn't calm down. It was staying. It was going and it wouldn't stop. I'm like, it's gotta stop. So I started talking. I reached in. I could see it, and I just held it in my hands. And I'm looking at my heart, and I'm like, okay, calm down. They're gone. They're calm. They're calm. They're gone. They're leaving. He's leaving. He's leaving. And I started petting my heart. I didn't know what to do. I was like petting it like my dog, when your dog's upset or something. You're like, calm down, like a baby. And I'm calm down. And it goes, starts getting back to normal, right? And I go, oh, holy fuck, I'm talking to my heart, and it's actually calming down. And so I'm like, and I'm going, oh, by the way, I'm holding my heart. Freaking out, man. I'm freaking out. And I go, calm down. It's okay. He's leaving. And it calms down, just like getting back to normal. And all of a sudden, right? My heart's back to normal. Then I shift back to my head. And that was about it. I could feel the ET leaving. And I'm just laying there, and I'm like, you got me a smoke going. I'm like, holy fuck. I was flipping out. And I couldn't sleep. And I go, okay. Grabbed my paper and my pencil, wrote down the experience. And I noted at the bottom of the page, the ET talking to the light inside me. I didn't know what the light was at this point, the inner light. Didn't know what it was at all. I just put on the paper, I go, E.T. talking to a light inside me. This seems very important. Don't forget. That's what I thought. So, E.T. left. I'm up. I'm waiting for the fucking black helicopter to come. Crowbar, knife ready. I set up the traps in my apartment. Waiting for these guys to come get me. And that was about it. Nothing happened. No. It's like, I know the fucking Black Ops radar guys. I know they saw it. They're like, Same address, same guy. Forget about it. And I knew that, but I didn't know for sure. Like, you never know for sure, but you know, your instincts tell you. And like, same guy, don't worry about it. We all know about him now. But I didn't know at the time. I was still looking for the fucking G-Man out there and walking home at work. I was still scared. All that. But no one followed me. No black helicopters, no dimensional jumper. But I'm sure they were watching. I'm sure they were watching whatever the way they do it. I didn't tell no one. Fuck. I'm trying to figure out what that was going down my throat. The ET talking to my inner light. So, as time goes on, so now, I was like 18. I'm 50 now. And I knew then, I started at that point. And I figured, okay, the inner light has got to be your soul, right? No, the inner light's got to be your spirit. And your spirit talks to, and your spirit is a part of God. Because another dream told me, a little while after that, I was meditating, and I said, what is the inner light? What's this inner light, the glow and the spark and the innocence inside me? What is the inner light? And in this dream, it told me. Because I didn't know what it was. Because I was thinking about the contact for months. Why does the fucking ET doesn't want to talk to me in my brain? The ET wants to talk to my inner light. And I'm going, okay. It kind of makes me feel like shit. But that's just ego stuff. So I'm meditating a few months later, and I asked whoever. And I had this way where I meditate, I clear my mind, and I chant, what's the inner light? What is the inner light? What's the inner light mean? What's the inner light mean? What's the inner light mean? And I chant, and then I relax, and as soon as I check out a voice, or I have a vision, the voice gives me the answer, or I have a vision, like a really quick, fast vision. So I had the vision, and here's the vision. There's a big giant lady, and all I see is her arm and her hand, and I'm like a little baby, little tiny baby, and I'm sitting there, and I think she's got me in one hand because I can see her fingers coming up. She's holding me in one hand, and I look in the other hand, and she got a bowl with a little bit of glowy stuff in the bowl, like a clay bowl, and she takes another hand shows up. She takes a little spoon, and she sticks it in there in this great big giant hand, and it's a lady, and she sticks the little spoon in there, grabs some of the glowy stuff, puts it above my head, and goes ding, and puts it in my heart, and I'm glowing. And then I woke up. That was my answer. That is a symbolic representation of God, the Creator, the big mama in the sky, giving you a piece of herself, ding, in your soul. 100 million years ago, back wherever I came from with the ET race, I came to this earth. I didn't have my vision yet of how I got here and all that. That's coming up. And the ET race or whatever, they gave me a little ding in my heart, okay? But the mom does it to every culture in the universe. That's within the holy of the holies or whatever. We call it Christ consciousness on earth. ET races call it something else. Everybody calls it something different. But you live by what your mother gives you. Mother being the Creator. I call it Mom. That's what it said to call her. Who is basically the Creator. Don't ask me to get complex stuff because I don't know it yet at this point. And ever since that day, I've been listening to it. I've been recognizing the signatures. When I glow, I get the tingles, the goosebumps. When my heart goes, I get the goosebumps. It means truth. Your innocence is connected to that glow. The inner light it gives off, it's the particles of the God, the creator particles that she put in me, give off light. And she speaks through you, through the light. And I decided from now on, every day, I'm going to meditate and bring the light to my head and listen to what it says if I need a question or an answer. And that's what I've been doing since I was 18 or less. And that's why in every video I make, I tell you to talk to God. And God is in your heart. In the spark, the innocence, the inner light. The E.T. was just talking to his buddy. It's like you calling up a long lost buddy that you haven't seen in 30 years. Yo, what's up? They come out of the fucking sky from another star system. Let's go see Rich since we're here. And that's what they did. That's what it's all about. Another Black Ops coming, gotta shoot you. Follow you and stalk you like a bunch of fucking rats. Oh, we can't have that, he can't have that. That's all it is. And everybody's got the inner spark, I think. Unless you're an Archon. I don't know. But if you got the inner spark, if you got innocence, unleash it, set it free, listen to it. Don't box it in, don't hide the innocence inside yourself and be mean. Totally opposite. Totally the opposite. Let it out. You got a bird in a cage. It don't belong in a cage. And you know the bird's gonna die as soon as it flies outside. Because it's a tropical bird and it don't belong in northern woods of Ontario. Every other bird's gonna kill it in a fucking heartbeat. And it's gonna freeze to death tonight. Set it free. Set it free. Let it run your life. You don't gotta walk around and be a 3-year-old kid. You can still be the man. You can still talk the same way you fucking talk all the fucking time. Just let your heart out. I understand the duality, and you're gonna understand it once you let your heart out and your innocence. As soon as you let that out, you're gonna see the duality, and it's very important that you see the duality between the programming of your head and what your heart's done inside. Open your heart, let it free. You'll feel like a fucking 3-year-old running around playing with puppies all day long. But in your head, you gotta go to the construction site and talk shit with your buddies all day. It's gonna freak you out. So, you'll see the duality there. Big time. Now, once you see that, become it more. Become it more. It takes a long time. Depending on who you are, I don't know how you meditate, I don't know your way, but just keep bringing it to your head, bring it to your head. Every day you fall asleep, talk to it, talk to it, talk to it, talk to it, talk to it. Ask it questions. I'm telling you, man, that's how it works. And it was all the E.T. A buddy in another fucking culture came down and talked to my inner light to wake me up. And I have never stopped talking to God, and that's why shit like this happens to me so fucking much. Because I'm using my inner light. That's how I won $10 million in the lottery. My inner light told me the numbers when I woke up. She ain't never done it again, and I never went and played the goddamn numbers. That video's coming up, and it's a fucking depressing one. But anyway, it's a lesson. Alright? Listen to your inner light. I don't even know how to tell you. It's God. Christ is the paint, the medium for your spirit. You follow Christ. If you don't get it in your inner light, you follow Christ. It takes you to your inner light, and you advance and evolve within Christ consciousness up to the inner light. All the other stuff about religion, bullshit. Take it away. You listen to the rules of Christ. He teaches you. He helps you rewire your head to get you to the utmost. All right? It's a medium. Christ is a medium to get you to yourself, to the highest divinity. And it takes thousands of lifetimes. And it takes hundreds of thousands of lifetimes if you don't have Christ. And then if you go to hell and you murder people and you fucking go to war and kill people and kill innocents and fucking chew up kids, like some people we know in Hollywood and the media and presidents that run the world, you go down, 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 down. And it takes you another 100,000 lifetimes to get out. I don't know fucking how long, but a long time. You gotta relearn all this shit. You gotta start all over. But the creation, the spark, is still inside you. And you gotta evolve from it. And it's all payback. What you done, you gotta go relive. And you gotta go through it all. So why fucking do that? Why would you do that? It's inside out, man. Christ is just the medium. Christ is there to protect your ass while you're down here in the shithole. The snake pit. Okay? It's just a big fucking mosh pit of sin. More or less. There's good people all around. There's good spirits all around in the lower astral. In every dark corner of the lower astral, there's a demon fucking watching your ass. And you fuck up once, he's got you. So that's the whole basics, very simply put, E.T. taught me. And I've been meditating to my inner light, and I've never stopped. And watch all my videos for examples of this. And this is how I learned my inner light.